Hello, hello, hello. This is Tommy Thomas coming to you live from T-ster Talk. Welcome to my channel. This segment will be sadly talking about, Judge Mathis and his divorce situation. Um, you know, he's a prominent figure on TV in the black community. And it's just, sad to be how things have to be drug out in the public eye. But, it is what it is when you're a celebrity. You're part of the out there. You're just part of everything. You're a public service, so people are going to talk about you and break things down and belittle you, or they 1 minute they'll be happy for you, man, if you sad, it don't matter. It's part of the business, right? So we all know that Judge Mathis' wife filed for divorce papers recently, and she's looking like, hey, I'm tired of this. I've been with you for X amount of years. It's just sad, right? Because today people, they just don't stay married long, and in this case they've been married for quite a long time. But I will say that in this case, because I saw a video of Judge Mathis explaining everything, instead of hearing rumors, he actually got on and, to his credit, and said it's his fault. If you think about it, right? So if you're married over 20 something years, that's a long time to be invested in somebody. And there are things that you still have to do. It's a job. A lot of people think, oh, I'm gonna get married. Women think the white dress and, oh, it's going to be a fairy tale with all this and all that. And it's work. It's a lot of work. And if you don't try to put in the work, it's going to fall apart. Now, back to what he was saying was, he said in an interview with TMZ, and he said, look, it's my fault. I'm traveling too much. I'm going to tape his show in Los Angeles. He's gone for weeks, right? And he's taping the show 14 hours a day, whatever they're doing, but it's taking the time away from his wife, Linda. And so over a course of time, it's taken its toll. And it's really sad because, you think about it, happiness is happiness, but sometimes, a lot of times, it can get to the point where your unhappiness starts to root at your soul. And if you're that miserable and you're feeling lonely and vulnerable, whatever, then, you need to look at some things for yourself and make yourself better. So in his case, he admitted that because he's been gone so long, there can be some things that, can be out there. Rumors where he got another woman pregnant, right? And, to his credit, he addressed these issues, saying that it's his fault that he's not at home with his wife where he should be. He obviously he's trying to make money for his family and provide, but the protective part and the loneliness she's feeling is real. And she's addressing that by filing a lawsuit, not a lawsuit, excuse me, but for divorce. And she is right to do that because he's probably along the way made promises, hey, just 1 more year or just a little bit more time. I'll try to find a way to cut the distance down or the time that I'm gone. All these promises he's probably been making to her, and he hasn't been fulfilling it. And so she's probably at that point now where, hey, I'm tired. Okay, I've given you chance after chance after chance, which we know most women do. And, to try to save her marriage, she had to go and do this. Now, to his credit, he's saying, okay, I get the message loud and clear. Okay, I got to go home and get my wife. I don't want this to happen. I need this woman in my life. I've been invested all these years. I love her. I got 4 kids with her. Then you think about the cost of the money that's going to cost him, right? Alimony payments. Now, I'm not going to say child support because his kids are grown, but she's going to want the house for $5 million, right? And then you're talking each month you're paying X amount of dollars. Is it worth you working that hard to go back and forth? Hey, brother, find a way to make this woman happy. You deserve that. She deserves that. Any marriage deserves that. It's hard because you now have to start still working. You still have to think about somebody else. You have to think about other things that are in the process of being married. Think about your vows and what you gave the Lord and told him what you were going to do. Expectations are for both people. Her expectations were simple. Do this and do that. His was probably do this and do that. But the time away is crucial. You can't be gone like that. I mean, some people go months. I don't know how people can go for a year sometimes. Sometimes you got some marriages, they're okay with that. But in this case, it has been detrimental to his relationship with his wife. And the bottom line is she finally filed divorce and said enough is enough. Now, is he getting the message? Yes, he is. Unfortunately, like most men, it takes something like that to get the message across, right? We know that a lot of times women generally give a man a grace period and they give him some time. They allow him to, okay, listen to what I have to say. And then if he doesn't act in a certain amount of time, they're going to show you that they're serious. And let's be real, 80% of the divorces are filed by women. I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat that. Those are facts. And so when you look at what's going on with him and others, it's hard to balance the two. Work, relationship. Now, he has to provide. He's making money. It's not like he's just some little guy working, or some name of place. I don't want to say somebody's job who's out there and I'm demeaning it. I'm just saying in general, he's making big money, right? He's trying to support her. He's giving her money for her nice house, her car she drives. Just look at all this stuff that he's doing. He makes big money, and that's not getting it done. There's no substitute for time spent, right? None. So think about all the money that you have. Women want to be boss ladies, and guys want to be all this top 10 guy, and I'm all that. I'm a high value man. Don't mean nothing, bro. Don't mean nothing to nobody if you're not spending time with that person. It's crucial. And this just shows you, if you look at his story, he knows he was wrong. Like I said, he came out and said he was wrong. Judge Mathis now has said, I have to stop this. I have to go save my marriage. I want this woman in my life. Now, is he doing it finally because she did that? Yep. More likely because she's probably giving him a chance after him. We know how that is. So I commend him for finally saying, okay, enough is enough. But it shouldn't have took this long. He should have listened to her warnings early. And like I said, she's stuck by her man. She has been there. She supported him. All this back and forth. I mean, it's hard for a woman to sit at home and wonder, where's my man doing? He's out with his friends. Is he out with other women? I mean, it's hard to speculate, right? But that's the kind of feeling she probably and while she was sitting at home, while he's out there in California doing his life, and her life is sit there at home on freeze, and she's just wondering what's going on. So I think this is the right thing to do, this kind, because, enough is enough. How do you feel about that? I mean, do you know some people who have been divorced or about to go through a divorce based on some situations like that? Let me know. Hit me up. Hit the like button. Give me a comment. Please subscribe. And this happens more often than you think. But because he's a high value man, this is in the paper. This happens to regular people too, but different circumstances. It may not be financial, but you got to think to yourself, if you're leaving your wife at home for days and weeks at a time, you're not there to protect. The woman generally wants you to provide and protect. You are providing, Judge Mathis, but you might not be protecting. And it might not just be protecting as far as somebody breaking in your house. We're talking about protecting her heart, her feelings. Those are part of the protection orders too. So let me know what you think. This is T-ster 1 coming to you live for T-ster Talk. You take care and have a great day.